Good evening, I'm Tomas Guevara, and this is the channel Rewriting the Reality. In today's episode number 43, I will give you the most beautiful analogy about consciousness, but first, be sure you are already subscribed. We are the unexpressed notes within consciousness. Following this concept, I express to you, that which you perceive to be no is equally as important to that which you perceive to be is, because without all the notes not played, we would have no symphony. In this, there are what we would view to be many more notes unplayed than there are to be notes played. This serves as an analogy to probabilities and us, all our channels, all of our alternate selves, all of our counterparts, our pools of consciousness, all of these elements that are not visible to us. We may think of this as very similar to our particles. Our scientists do not view particles. They view trace motions of particles. This is not to say that these trace motions are not reality, for they are. They are not merely symbols, although they are symbols, but they also hold their own integrity. We also are trace motions of the movement of the focus of the self. Each of the focuses of essence are trace motions. Each holds its own identity, its own reality, its own integrity, but it is, in actuality, essentially the same as the trace motion of a particle. Essence is not viewed as a particle is unviewed, but we are aware of the existence of the particle, for we view its trace motion. We are aware of our focuses because we view the trace motion of our essence. I wish to express emphatically to you this evening, make no mistake, we are reality. We create reality. The reality that we create is our focus. This is the reality that holds our attention. Therefore, within this individual focus, it is of supreme importance, for it is what you identify as you. Understand this clearly, for within our discussions of probabilities, probable selves, alternate focuses, and counterparts, you shall lean automatically to discounting the supreme importance of yourself. Each of us holds a belief system, aligned with mass belief systems, of the duplicity of self, and of the lack of importance of an individual focus. You may view, within your thoughts, that you are an important individual. You may express to each other that you believe you are worthy and important. You prove daily that you do not believe what you express. You wish to believe, but you hold belief systems, aligned with mass belief systems, which discount the individual. Therefore, it is quite easy for you, and quite automatic for you, to be discounting of the importance of yourself when faced with what you view to be your greater self. The word greater does not necessarily denote better. It is more expansive, for you are more expansive than you realize. You have been offered an exercise to focus upon this attention, to be focusing upon your clarity within this focus, in allowing yourselves the ability to hold greater clarity within your awareness of other focuses. Through all episodes I have expressed to you, many times, that you are affecting all of your focuses, and also, they are affecting of you, for you are them, although they are themselves, but they are also you. Consciousness is much greater, in terms of expansiveness, than you presently, not ever, but presently, possibly understand. There are infinite aspects of consciousness. There are infinite connections, but as you focus singularly, you do not recognize the expansiveness of consciousness, or your own being. I recommend to you this evening to be allowing yourselves to widen the belief system that you are less, for you are not. Look at our children, and their awareness and their lack of separation. We, within our thought process and belief systems, view this to be better. We view ourselves to move through physical focus narrowing and becoming less, more separated and less efficient. We have designed physical focus the way it is. We have purposefully and artfully created a magnificent system of development physically. We have chosen a system in this physical focus to hone in, more and more precisely, into physical experiences, this being the point. It is not to be viewed as negative that you create selectively. We have spoken of the purity of experience. We do not hold the purity of experience within physical focus if you remember what you know. As we enter physical focus, we are what we would term to be still slightly defocused. We are moving from an area of non-physical consciousness into an area of physical manifestation. This action, within itself, incorporates transition. For each time that you move into another area of consciousness, you must engage a transitional action. All of these elements are familiar to us within non-physical, as you approach entry into physical manifestation. As a very small one, we are very aware of non-physical elements. We are continuing within a transitional state, acclimating ourselves into a new awareness of consciousness. In this, we acclimate ourselves to our environment and to the motion of consciousness. This includes a time element. It also includes manipulation of energy differently because we manipulate energy to be creating physically, just as when we view ourselves to engage the action of death, in our terms, we also move into an area of transition, because we are acclimating ourselves to a new environment. Therefore, as we enter, we are aware of non-physical elements. Our reality is expressed more closely in terms of what we now view to be our dream state, for this is what is familiar to us. As you disengage physical focus, you bring with you what is familiar to you. You do not die and automatically move into a cloud-like area with no body, floating through nothingness, knowing all things. You move with the awareness of the elements of consciousness that are familiar to you. Therefore, you move with the consciousness of physical body, and with the objective focus of consciousness. As you enter physical focus, the action of creating is unfamiliar to you. Even though you have experienced physical focus within other manifestations, you divorce yourselves from these remembrances by allowing yourselves to focus singularly, from what you would term to be the beginning, upon the creation of this individual focus. Also realize that the aspect of consciousness that enters any given focus is not used. It is not remanifesting as a used product. It is a new creation. It is you, and although you view that you hold past and future focuses, but you hold simultaneous all of these focuses, as I have stated, they are you, but they are not you, for you are uniquely you, new and becoming, not already produced, not already used within another focus, not another version of you, for within your uniqueness, there is only one version of you. Therefore, as you enter newly into your chosen manifestation, you enter bringing with you an awareness of memory. The memory that you hold is, in your terms, immediate. The immediate memory is non-physical, a realization of the extent of your creative abilities. As adults, you view within children this aspect as imagination. This is a knowledge of reality. Children experiment with consciousness and creativity, for they are learning how to manipulate energy within physical terms. They are learning the boundaries that they will be setting for themselves within physical focus. As they grow, they learn more efficiently how to set these boundaries. These are not negative terms. They are highly specialized movements of consciousness. View within your exercise the difficulty incorporated of separating your senses and manipulating individually these senses while holding your focus. This is a highly specialized motion within manipulation of physical energy. In this same respect, you learn to specialize within physical focus. Therefore, you direct your attention more and more increasingly. Within your desire to be understanding the motion of transition away from physical focus, as you would term this, you reinforce your belief systems of discounting yourself, for you view your specialization as bad. You wish to yourselves, and oft-times to each other, that you would hold the awareness of a child. This wishing is discounting of your accomplishment in specialization of your focus. Individuals subscribed to this channel have chosen to widen awareness within physical focus in anticipation of transition. In this, information shall be offered and has been offered, for helpfulness, but just as the unplayed notes are essential to the melody of the symphony, so are all the aspects of creation that you create essential to you. These are important concepts for you to contemplate, for the introduction of counterparts will challenge the importance of your individual selves. There are many aspects to this subject of counterparts. They are not limited to your own essence. Counterparts intertwine throughout consciousness. There are no boundaries or barriers within the creation of counterparts. Therefore, there are many aspects and different actions of these elements of consciousness, this being the reason that I choose presently to preface our movement into this subject matter with information of the importance and validity of yourself. I do not express to you lightly that you are the center of the universe, for you are. Therefore, remember this as we move into areas that may create defocusing within your awareness of you. Upset and upendedness shall be the order of the day, with the incorporation of the information that shall be being delivered to you, for even within your new creation of your new religion of metaphysics, you are taught or led to believe that this focus, or your lifetime, is a striving for a better reality. There is an ultimate discounting of this reality that you create, and of your focus and your creativity. You are told that you narrow yourselves, that you do not see all that you may see. I express these concepts to you also, but simultaneously I express to you that what you create is not insufficient, and it is no less reality than any other area of consciousness. You are told that the focus that you experience is an illusion. This is your dream state, and your dreaming state is reality. This is another discounting of your creation of your own self. In this channel, we will not offer you information to be discounting of any of your creations. This is your reality. This is a reality. This is a manifestation of reality, and it is a perfect manifestation of reality. It is not flawed or errored. Therefore, many shall experience appendedness with this information. You have asked to challenge your established belief systems, and so you shall. Your focus or your life involves ultimate precision, and immaculate preciseness, and ultimate creativity. You create a selectivity intentionally. If you were not wishing to be selective, you would not choose to engage physical focus in this dimension. There are, as has been expressed, essences choosing not to engage physical focus of any type, so to speak. There are essences choosing to be engaging other physical focuses, in other dimensions, quite foreign to what you view to be your physical focus, but you presently have chosen. You have not been thrust into. You have chosen, purposefully, this physical focus, this manifestation, and you create it perfectly for your own purposes, which is your experience. Your purpose is to experience. Therefore, within cooperation of each other, not necessarily those within this channel, but with each other, within consciousness, you align with chosen probabilities, and as you align with these probabilities, you lend energy to them in the same manner as pushing a small snowball at the top of a hill, which may gather more mass as it descends. As the probabilities progress within motion, and as they incorporate more energy through more actions, they become actualized. You do not view these physically, for you are not looking. Therefore, you are unaware and unclear as to the action that occurs around you. Now that you incorporate a directed attention in noticing probabilities, and not discounting of the smallest elements that seem to lend themselves to each other, you shall also offer yourselves the opportunity to view how you place together, within cooperation and agreement, manifestations of probabilities, as the energy builds to be creating of what you view to be the ending scenario, although there is no ending. This shall serve as an interesting study, for you have offered yourselves the opportunity to view these probabilities for quite some of your time. There are what you view to be difficult areas, within your physical manifestation, for most individuals. What we call diseases. In actuality, your physical expression your body holds the ability to perform, if you will, efficiently, with no incorporation of distress. This manifestation that you hold physically is much more efficient than you realize, and equally as precise and perfect and tuned as I have expressed are you, but you also hold belief systems that counter this. Your physical body, within its consciousness, responds to your consciousness, to the you of you. Therefore, it also responds to what you believe. If you believe you shall incorporate pain, your body will faithfully produce this effect for you. It is always in compliance with you. Therefore, whatever you choose, it shall faithfully execute. You hold many belief systems concerning your physical form, none of which are a belief system of the body consciousness, because the body consciousness can move independently and efficiently through your physical focus unhampered in any area ever. This includes what you view to be an aging process. These are elements of your belief systems, and faithfully reproduced by the consciousness of your form. Practice the exercise in clarity, it shall be helpful within your clarity. Remember to express to yourself that you hold no reason, unless you are choosing, to be creating discomfort. In this also, be recognizing that your physical form is very cooperative. It is very complaint. Therefore, it shall manifest issues for you that you apparently choose not to engage in, and it shall hold these issues for you within its memory. This, at times also, is creating physical discomfort, for within its cooperation, it is also reminding you that it is holding your issue. That resembles the situation when you are taking medications but are not paying attention to the cause of the discomfort or disease. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel.